Hi, and welcome back to Whitetail Acres Farm. Well, last week we were out looking for a manure spreader when a John Deere 5100E tractor caught Ryan's eye. Ryan took that tractor for a test drive and really liked it, so he went out looking for one that was for sale that met his needs, and he found this one here, and he is so excited that things worked out. We were able to purchase it, and today is the day that it arrives on our farm. The dealer that we used was amazing. The transaction was so simple and fast, and the guy even offered to bring it to us so we didn't have to arrange for delivery ourselves. And as it just so happened, as we were working on getting the new tractor unloaded off the trailer, we looked over and saw the manure spreader that we ordered coming down the road, and it was getting delivered at the same time. Now, we knew that both were going to get delivered on the same day. We were not expecting the same time. It was complete coincidence, but it worked out perfect. We were really excited to see them both show up. Since we knew we had to be home for the delivery of the tractor, a friend of ours offered to go out and pick up the manure spreader for us. So we were really grateful for that, and it worked out perfect for us here. And so now we get to play around with both of our new pieces of equipment today, check them out, get familiar with them, and look forward to using those very soon here as we are now approaching spring. And soon we're going to be having to take all the equipment out, start working on the hay fields and everything else. So the timing of everything is just fantastic, and we are really excited to start putting these pieces of equipment to work. Last year we were able to acquire all of the equipment we need to bale our own hay without having to outsource any part of the process. It's a huge milestone for our farm operations. We'll now be able to cut, ted, rake, and bale our hay on our schedule and as the weather permits, which gives us so much more control and peace of mind over the entire process. So having another large utility tractor was necessary for the efficiency of our baling process. The 5100E is the largest model in the 5E series, and it's known to be able to handle a lot of demanding work. And it also has extra weight, which allows it to be a lot more stable, and the counterweight also helps with moving heavy loads or operating equipment on uneven terrain. So this will work out perfectly for everything that we need. Ryan also loves that the interior is really intuitive and comfortable. The controls are color coded. There's air conditioning in there and an air ride seat, which is awesome. And it also has a Quick-Hitch adapter, which is going to make it really versatile to allow us to hook up any of our other implements for projects that we're going to be working on other than baling. Once the spreader here gets unloaded, we're going to get it hooked up to our 7540 tractor and then just start testing out all of the controls, making sure everything works correctly and that we're ready to use it as soon as the weather permits and we can get out onto our fields. We ended up choosing the Hagedorn 225 Hydra-Spreader. We liked it because it uses an hydraulic push system rather than apron chains, which should prevent any future problems. The Hydra push mechanism pushes the manure towards the beaters, and this design reduces maintenance by eliminating the need for floor chains, which are really prone to freezing or breaking. It can handle a 225 bushel capacity, and it's side loading, which will make it convenient when we have to load it up with manure to take out and spread on our fields. This particular spreader also has dual horizontal beaters, which are designed to provide a consistent spread pattern and break up any large clumps. And it also helps push out both hard compacted manure as well as softer consistency. So no matter what we fill it with, we'll be able to have peace of mind that it's going to be able to spread it out and do what it's supposed to do. A few other things that we like about this spreader is that it has a flow control valve that will allow us to control the discharge speed, which will be really helpful. And it has a tandem axle, which helps better distribute weight and creates better stability. It also has flotation tires, which will reduce ground compaction, and the hydraulic end gate prevents material from leaking out when we're driving between fields. Overall, we're really excited about having this spreader, and we surely are going to be putting it to use very soon here. It was a really long, snowy, cold winter that we had this year, which really drove the cattle indoors. And on top of that, we acquired more cattle. So all of that put together, you can imagine how much more waste is starting to accumulate, all of that muck and straw and everything. So we really wanted to find a way to improve our manure management plan. And there's so many benefits to being able to spread that manure out on our fields, which in the long run is going to help save us money because we won't have to purchase as many amendments to our field because the manure is, natural organic matter and is full of all of the necessary nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium. So there's going to be so many benefits to now having a manure spreader and being able to take all of this readily available nutrients and spread it out all over our fields to produce really nice, healthy hay. Manure usually has to be out on the fields at least 6 months before cutting hay. So I'm not sure we'll be able to spread anything out on the fields that we're going to be cutting this summer. However, we do have a few fields that we rotationally graze on. So I think once the mud dries up here in the fields and we can actually get equipment out in them, we'll go out onto those fields that are for rotationally grazing and start going through our pile and spreading it out on those fields. It'll really help give the grass a boost so that way we can get the cattle back out in those fields eating some fresh grass and not the bales of hay anymore. With spring around the corner and our busy season creeping up on us, it's time to focus on all of the annual maintenance for our equipment. Much of our equipment has sat in our barn all winter, so now is the time to do all of the proper checks before we start putting everything back into operation. So Ryan is working on our main mower today, which we have named Zippy. Providing annual maintenance on equipment isn't just beneficial, it's crucial to allow for a successful year. Identifying minor issues now, like hydraulic leaks, worn belts, or low fluids, can prevent them from escalating to catastrophic failures during the peak of the season. Regular proactive maintenance like oil changes, lubrication, and filter replacements protects the equipment from premature wear and tear. With the high expense of farm equipment, we want to make sure we do everything we can to ensure the longevity of the equipment that we have. It will also prevent us from having unexpected costs associated with breakdowns. So we can better manage our budget by stocking up on all of the oil, filters, and supplies early in the year and decrease the likelihood of failures occurring during the summer that will result in us having to spend more money than expected. Ryan will be bringing in each piece of equipment over the next several weeks for oil changes, to replace filters, check the transmission and hydraulic fluids, and grease anywhere that may be necessary, remove dirt and debris, check lights and tires, and just make sure everything is in good working condition, so that way we can rely on each piece of machinery to play its role over the year. Since it's so important to take proper care of all of the equipment and then all the other projects and things that come up operating our farm, Ryan has a really great workshop that he's been working hard at getting set up with all of the tools and things that he needs. So no matter if it's taking care of the equipment or working on any other projects or building anything, he has a great space that he can do so. And it also has a great view. I was able to watch our heifers here through the window while I was in the workshop helping Ryan with some of the equipment. And so I decided to go out and say hi to them and spend some time with the cattle. Well, I think that's where we're going to end it today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider liking and subscribing so you can watch future videos of ours as well. And we will see you on the next one.